My name is Anna Matern. I'm the mother of Harold Reid. Harold was a very precocious and a very loving and caring boy. He was the best brother anyone could ask for.
That's enough, Mom. I was a wild boy too. I always knew I wanted to serve my country. I wanted to be a Marine, just like my big brother Larry. My brother Larry came home from Vietnam in 1966. He spent his honeymoon in California so he could just spend one more day with me before I was shipped out from Camp Pendleton. We spent the entire day together. It was a great day. That was the last time I saw my brother. I loved my brother. We had a very special bond and he was a great example to me.
When Harold left for Vietnam, my heart was broken. This was a very uneasy time for our country. All I could do was pray that he would be safe.
Well, I knew you always were a worrier, Mom, but I knew you loved me, and that would get me through the hard times. I was in Vietnam for 7 months when I was posted guard duty looking out for Viet Cong soldiers. I was crossing the bridge over the Thu Bang River in the Quang Nam province.
That was the last time Harold was seen alive.
While I was crossing the bridge, I was shot by a Viet Cong sniper. I lay there for days until a villager and his son, who were Christian, thought it was very disrespectful to leave a body out. They thought I should be buried respectfully.
Villagers were afraid to be involved with the Americans because the Viet Cong were in the village and they would shoot anyone who would help the Americans. There was a small group of villagers who risked their lives to wrap my son's body in a parachute and bury him. For that, I will be eternally grateful.
After a while, they exhumed my body and moved me to a safe place where the Viet Cong couldn't find me.
When Harold was missing in action, I was devastated. I didn't know how I could ever live without my boy. The hardest part was not knowing if he was dead or in a prisoner of war camp. My heart ached to know the answer. I prayed and pleaded with my Heavenly Father that they would be able to find Harold. I would even be happy if they could find just one bone.
The military never stopped looking for those who were missing in action. After a few years, the young boy who helped bury me remembered and told the military police that he helped his father bury a young American soldier, but he couldn't remember the exact spot. After a few tries, they eventually found my remains.
My prayers were finally answered 33 years later. After the DNA testing came back positive that it was Harold, they didn't just find one bone, they found 42 bones. It was like a part of me was missing, and now that missing piece was finally able to come back home. Forever I was hoping for just one bone, but when they found 42 bones, I thought, how blessed I am. Now we can finally have a proper burial for my Harold.
My family could finally be at peace. It was my mother's faith and prayer that eventually brought me home. You all know there's something very special about a mother's prayers. My younger brother Clark was only 4 when I left. His only 2 memories of me was playing with me and shipping me off in a military vehicle. He didn't want me to travel back home alone, so he went down to Hawaii to pick up my remains. I really wish I could have spent more time with my younger brother. 4 years simply wasn't enough.
We had more than 200 family members, friends, and military veterans come to Harold's graveside service, including more than 100 members of a motorcycle club who had heard his story on the news. One of the mourners had a very special reason to come to the service. It was Harold's schoolmate, John Gunderson. John was also a Vietnam veteran. After he returned home from the war, he purchased a bracelet representing all the soldiers who were missing in action. The name on the bracelet he purchased had the name of Harold, even though he didn't associate his old schoolmate with the bracelet, because he had always known Harold by his nickname, Ari. I was so thrilled when John presented that bracelet to me. After all those years,
The cemetery was lined with over 100 American flags. It was a wonderful tribute to me and my family. After the service, the Marine Honor Guard gave me a 21-gun salute. I was very honored.
it was a beautiful service, and there was a lot of healing that happened that day. Harold's bones remind us of what is most important: family, friends, country, and freedom. Welcome home, son.